10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Empire's turn to ban.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
No.
Team Empire's turn to ban.
Enchantress.
Radiant team pick. Team Empire's turn to pick.
Spirit. Zeus.
Radiant team pick.
Hello, welcome back. Game 3. Empire versus Danish Bears.
Dig it. I dig you. Do this.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dark Seer.
How did I do?
Radiant team back.
Danish Bears gonna go for a first pick Enchantress, Earth Spirit, and
Team
Zeus is the
Empire's
follow-up
turn
of
to bat.
Empire and a Dark Seer.
Radiant
Waiting
team
for you.
ban.
Yeah, because I knew I can hold way longer than you. Hold my piss in longer.
Yeah, you know that's only because you're the co-caster.
Hey, my face is not next to
10
yours, so
seconds remaining.
I'm not the most important guy right now. It's all in
5
capitalist. I
seconds
mean, I
remaining.
can't have as big as head as him. Have all the work.
Did you see that weird Reddit suggestion?
Reserve time.
Build intelligence make.
Yeah. I saw-
I'm like, oh man, it's that time of the
Team
year again when
Empire's
everybody
turn to
starts going a
bat.
little stir crazy because no patch.
Imagine capitalist head gets bigger every time
Radiant
gets a
team
compliment.
pick.
I'm down for that.
Team Empire. Anyway, the Bounty Hunter and Juggernaut. So it's because they had something else in mind to deal with the Enchantress, Gyro, Danish Bears, and banning the Oracle.
10 seconds remaining. Team
Ooh, that's-
Empire's turn to pick.
Good Oracle ban out, as well as the
Radiant
Witch Doctor.
team
Both heroes
pick.
kind of counter Darkseer, as well as the Enchantress. Now, like you said, the Gyrocopter is going to be dishing out a lot of damage early on for the Enchantress on roll, but it also can help out against the Darkseer too if you want to zoning him out of the lane with the Flak Cannon. We're going to have to see what other support they really want to pick up to help against this Darkseer potential Enchantress. But Danish Bears, they
10
normally
seconds
love
remaining.
picking all the time here. It was if some
5
games
seconds
they
remaining.
don't find success in it in the offlane, they go back into their jungle and then they rotating around either
Reserve time.
lane and putting pressure. And you're going against Zeus like this. You have an Invoker. You could see a lot of action here early on in the mid lane. But Danish Bears, they need another support hero stock standard against the Faceless Void. What is really left here to work with? I mean, Dazzle's Poison Touch, pretty good. When you're going into these team fights, you're not going to have as much lockdown.
Spirit
Bench is
Breaker.
very good if you want to have saves for the chrono, but it's not
Oh,
best
what?
hero early on.
They're actually gonna do like a full jungling enchantress and have Spirit Breaker Darkseer do the same duel.
10
Ursa
seconds
or
remaining.
something, or some strong hero in the bottom lane.
Yeah, some
5
self-sufficient
seconds remaining.
hero.
Called it,
Team
nailed it.
ban.
Our ban away. This is definitely. I mean, this for sure through Empire for. I would be surprised when. Because I was about to say like, oh, maybe they'll go Spirit Breaker Darkseer again, and I was like, no, wait, they have an
10
enchantress.
seconds
Of course not. But apparently
They just need
they.
Crystal
5
Maiden right now. If
seconds
Team Empire
remaining.
picked Crystal Maiden, I would love their lineup, and it has a lot of synergy with Zeus plus.
Reserve
They
time.
need to ban it out. If I will ever advocate right now,
Team Empire's turn
for,
to pick.
Void ulti, and then the Enchantress creeps, as well as the Darkseer. Rather still on, but also gives them a lot of potential in this early game to kill the Darkseer. Nothing else is really screaming at me right now. Maybe if they want to get, going to the later stages, more lockdown, maybe they want to have the
10
Lion
seconds
right now.
remaining.
What do you think?
5 seconds
I
remaining.
like your idea of the Crystal Main, but I think I'm
Reserve
more
time.
down with running standard. Go the Rubik again. I mean, Rubik.
Dang. Silencer? Back Silencer support, guys. Silencer would just feed Spirit Breaker. You do definitely need a stun here.
Well, we're gonna be waiting a long. Oh, what? They actually went for the
Radiant
disruptor.
team
I
pick.
I was I agreed with you. I briefly thought of the disruptor, but I really like disruptor. I think it's a controlling hero versus Darkseer, but I'm super surprised by this. I thought you were right. Or it's done. And glimpse in kinetic field. Controlling things against Darkseer for sure, and it's okay versus Spirit Breaker. Danish Bears, just really weird lineup now. They go for a Legion Commander, so a safe lane Legion Commander with a full-time Jungling Enchantress. Darkseer and Spirit Breaker will be our dual off lane, then be all end all.
What they want to do for Team Empire having the same knowledge as us. Do they want to go Gyro plus aggressive down one of the lanes, faces Void, kind of sack them there? It's going to be, or do they want to try to go head to head against that lineup? I think what would benefit Team Empire is do the aggro dual lane, put faces Void top, and then Earth Spirit can stay mid and help out against the Invoker early on, and just rotate wherever
10
he thinks he's
seconds remaining.
to kill. So I would like to see that from Team Empire, and then like you said, Danish
5
Bears kind of
seconds
standard
remaining.
lanes as you see. But Team Empire, their lineup is very, very, very scary. They have a tremendous amount of team fight, and there's absolutely no way Danish Bears are pulling off a team fight win.
Prepare for battle.
So they have to get the ball rolling early on, get that fast mechanism on the Darkseer, and just get constant pickoffs around the map. And then once you saw last game how successful they were with the vacuum wall, or the vacuum plus the charge, can they replicate it?
You could draw while in showcase. It doesn't make any sense because while you're trying to move, drawing, you're also moving.
But yeah, it draws for you. That's kind of cool. It's like we're having an etch game. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Lines
This.
up.
30 seconds.
I
to
think the
battle.
most important part is like the dual lane going well for top, obviously. That Ace getting his Blink Dagger or Shadowblade or whatever initiating item he wants, and getting those early dual kills. Obviously, Legion Commander is a pretty snowbally core, But they do have the right kind of heroes to work with it. Spirit Breaker and that pseudo global where he's able to charge wherever he wants, but also the Sunstrike. This actually sets up Ace pretty well that he can
A tribute.
go for these dual.
He's going to have a good time here. It's going to be interesting to see what he goes for early on, right? He said he's in the same lane. He's going to farm pretty well here against the Faceless Void. Is he going to go for that fast Blink Rush? Is he going to go for the dominating Treads to maybe a Shadow Blade? Add more potential carry, just go around the map trying to pick off people? Or does he have to see what he wants to play?
Lane's already going to start out with the push. Afterlife managed to successfully get the range creep out in front. Of course, the Invoker versus Zeus. Farming game for him. Ping check. One more likely to back for the most part. And the dual lane at top is where we're going to see most of our action. Is a very powerful dual lane. One of the strongest in the game because you combine Ion Shell with two very tanky heroes. They're facing up against a tri-lane that is not lacking in damage thanks to the gyrocopter.
There was any greedy support, carry. Have a time here, but Gyro's gonna rise. A good smoke gank here. He's gonna be here. Scandal just overstepped a little bit too much.
Yeah, he's gonna be cold snap now. Enchanted, Star stun 1. All right, not even needing either one of them apparently. He was too busy trying to juke him that he ends up dying anyway.
Indeed, I am first in everything.
Yeah, this is one of those lanes where Invoker has way more kill potential than the Zeus, and finally we see a team, punish early on. Better way to start off with Cold Snap here, and this is going to hurt Zeus a lot as he's constantly pushing out the lane with Arc Lightning. He's forced to come up like this every single time for a Scandal, and that just makes it so that you're out of position all the time, and Enchantress can just do those easy wraparounds.
While the bottom lane's not going too well for Afterlife, already feeling damage of Ace. He did bring a lot of extra regen to the table. 4-man shield plus double tangos.
This is the luck lane. Like, the courage versus Ace maxing out the moment of courage, having the extra orb of venom. It seems like it's gonna favor him.
Sure. Enchantress, is it time to go for another gank? Oh, so it's gonna have to wait. He up here. See if he buys boots.
It's in a smoke. It's in a smoke. And is Penguin waiting on an item?
Apparently
No. Yeah, I like your item.
If someone does. This is like the easy life as the Enchantress. You really only have one lane for you to gank. So you could just kind of sit back, gank it when you want, continue to farm up. Like this is going to be more of a farm.
Now Danish Bears are just out in all 3 lanes and the jungle. So he doesn't even necessarily need to. It's because Invokers can shut down the Zeus by himself and deny heavily. So we go into this transition now to where he's going to be farming constantly and going to be on Empire now to make the next play. And the only way they can really make the next play is, Pingar is going to get charged here. Bash, load.
Kinetic field does go up, given cover.
Gonna need their ultis to get in this game here. I mean, Ramsey's call down and they can glimpse back, but it's hard for Empire to really set up anything until they get their ultis on.
Pushka challenging Noya. Not a good challenge though. Oh no, he gets charged at the perfect time. There was a
nice
good
kick.
kick. The kinetic field is going to block him out, but only for so long here. Maposhka is going to start eating his way through the trees. Escape, Maposhka, escape. Oh yeah, still manages to hunt him down. 2-0 now. Danish
Oh, they got
Bears.
the glimpse back here. Noya's gonna go down.
Oh wow.
Right. Oh, shared.
Oh. I thought Noya was not expecting back like that.
Wow, still a good trade-off. Airbreaker, he was getting a lot in the offlane, and any additional help getting him Ramses to that level 6 is gonna help. Boker now got his Midas already done, level 7. 5. Well, they're trying to make something happen mid. I don't know how you make this happen when you have, you know, magic wands charges coming out from the Invoker. It's so hard to gank him. Meanwhile, top.
Rupture's gone. Oh no, the wrong time for a bash. Fine, fine. Get the kill anyway, but Invoker would have loved to get the last hit there for the.
Dyer's top
He's already got
tower
his Midas.
is under
He's
attack.
so greedy, Cap. Doesn't have to have everything in the world.
It's an Invoker.
Radiant's
also
middle
more of a
tower
carry
is under
invoker.
attack.
Most other games.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Games where you could see like a Dindy-ish, where you're gonna go for like Desolator, MKB. I mean, Legion Commander bumping him up with press the attack, that could be a really good, strong Invoker going into this late game if they're forced into it.
Roll in. Catch has to Joe. Manage to get the surge, the charge. Force Empire back. Gonna be able to get kinetic field glimpse combination that will kill Noya. He almost in fact does get Maposhka. Thanks in part to a large number of wand charges still had there. Alive long enough for that ion shell.
And Cal problem. We haven't even touched at all on this bottom lane right now. So 26 CS for the Faces boys to the 47 of the Legion Commander. Tart, oh, mid lane.
They smoked up the tier 2. They are going to have a hard time getting enough damage to kill King Vinchek, but they do hit all of their abilities. Oh, duel goes down. Afterlife's going to lose it.
Flame, they got the glimpse back, set up, up down, top. Nope, having enough with it. Or the rocket barrage.
That's fine. They right-click him away. Your spirit was coming behind. And multiple avenues to make sure that big W. Danish Bears still walk away with the duel. From here. Down, that's all.
Illusion.
Right now, as we talked about, Rise is just set in the jungle. He's level 6 now. What does he have? He has treads, but maybe he feels like he can get active once again. We could have saw this where maybe he died another time if he just made a quick rotation. But hey, as long as he's getting the farm, it should be good. But I'm kind of worried. I thought he should have a little bit more
Radiant's
going
middle
into
tower
maybe
is
that
under
quick
attack.
Dragonland.
They're gonna try and
set
set
up
up
bottom.
another duel kill. Afterlife is gonna time walk away eventually. It might be a little bit too early as the charge does complete. They're gonna go for the duel now as the Sunstrike lands, and they've got the burst damage thanks to Rise. Level 6 so early on. Able to get burst damage to kill. Joe. Again, gonna be caught in the old disruptor trap. Still got the surge, but the kinetic field holds him in long enough.
Dyer's top
There's
tower
just no
is under
escape.
attack.
You feel so safe farming under that tower when you're like the Darkseer, and then all of a sudden you just, whoops, it's a glimpse, and then the Ramses shows up. But still need to see Scandal get maybe a little bit more active here. He's kind of doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to farm up for the Zeus, and then maybe your team can make space for you, but it's very hard to, yeah, when you come back like this, not having him put the light bulb, but too far deep.
Yeah, Noya is definitely
Is
dead.
under attack.
I like how he set up the strike this time to actually go with the bash. It was like all right, last time I missed the strike because you got a lucky bash. This time, try and set it up so I work off of that. Ace is actually trying to like clear through the stack. I thought that would be the Darkseer's job, or if he did ever do it, it would be with a maxed out overall odds, but that's not the case at all. One by one, right clicking them down. Oh, they're gonna farm this big time.
Oh. They have Vision of Rise here.
Got him too. Got all the damage necessary to kill that poor little Bambi. The charge is coming out though. Haven't completed that stack. If they stick around for it, they may actually end up being caught here. The buyback is there. They're going to be able to get the stun onto Noya, but now the duel onto Scandal. They're going to be able to pop him almost instantly thanks to the Partisan Strike. And now the damage. Ramses almost ends up dying just to that impetus shot as Noya tries to go into King R. Looks like Gyrocopter is going to be able to successfully teep away, but Danish Bears 1/3. And still looking at more here. Ace tries to go into Afterlife, thinking he can win this, and it looks like he's right. Afterlife is going to be forced away, but the charge chases him down even after the time walk. The time walk goes out, but no! He did it before the impetus shot came out from Rise, and so all he ended up doing was just prolonging that distance, point where the damage one-shots him.
Dire's bottom tower.
Funny when you can't see that jointed here, but they have a TP and Rise is going to put out. Action pack. That's a buyback. But death. Buyback here. And going to be benefiting the most from that show fight recap. But I think it's Danish Bears. They keep on getting time to go for these kills. Big manners. Getting that extra dual damage and start turning into that heavy right clicker we were talking about for Danish Bears that they kind of lack. Scandal. Close, baby.
Charge. Gonna get the duel as well. 40 damage already. Now the Gyrocopter comes in with Guildsmith. They're gonna be able to bring Kingpin check back. So 1-for-1 trade-off there. Airbreaker is gonna be spotted out by Afterlife. He has the Chronosphere and he's gonna throw it down. Looks like they should have the damage coming out. No charge available. Airbreaker.
So heavily favors D because they got the duel again, and then the shut down. And this is what we were talking about during the first series. It would happen when you shut down a Zeus. He doesn't have his Aethel Lens 12 minutes in the game, and ideally Danish Bears would like to have all the tier 1 towers right now, but they've been repelled sometimes. They're getting some good calls right now for Empire with the Disruptor, and so it's pretty much a even game, but it should get blown open here from Danish Bears. They have the mechanism online for the Darkseer, and now they're starting to put pressure.
Look around as this tier 1 is going to fall for free. Fire not stopping. They're also not being caught out by this. Some upside to it. That ward was just placed, and they should know it too. Ramses felt like an intentional bait. Now they're going to be able to get the glimpse backwards, or so they thought, but Ace only side shifted a little bit from that.
Sometimes you feel like fourth. Not that long, but it really was. He was on the cliff there, and very unfortunate cliff for glimpse. My bad. And this is just going to hurt them. Now they don't have the big ultimates to work with for Empire. They don't have the Zeus ultimate. Call down. It's go time for Danish Bears. Problem is, they know that Empire is kind of positioned here on the right side, and they can get a good initiation with the Chrono. They could still win the team fight. Danish Bears have to be still cautious when they're pushing. Playing a little bit stronger right now.
Chronosphere is up. Where do you lie on the Blade Mail fact? Are you a fan of Blade? I think Blade Mail is just generally too. I'm fine with it in this game though, because it's facing up against the Gyrocopter and you pick it up so early. Worry about him. I feel like for the most part, Mail's just...
I agree with you. I like when you transition into that Desolator because it's so, and then you go for the BKB afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's helping you for the later stage, right? And you talk about the counters. That BKB online for the gyrocopters, the blade mail can be useless if you pop it in time, and it sometimes just doesn't do enough work here. Meanwhile, Empire.
Big contest in Joe. They're going to be able to get full combination here, but Ace has come in. He managed to actually win this fight. The blade mail damage returning quite a lot to Empire. Now Danish Bears can just follow this up. Maposhka already having to deal with the cold snap. They sent the Invoker back. Looks like the rest of Empire should be able to escape though. 2 for Duke with the duel again being won. 54 damage now. And Rise. He's got to be careful. There is the first damage here of Scandal, but looks like his heals are going to be good enough. Now the charge comes on through. Invoker, unfortunately, not being in this fight, would have traditionally been able to capitalize on this one, but it looks like it doesn't matter. The Global Sunstrike. Deuce instead. And now, the ward place gets the vision. Noyo's going to be able to charge against King R. He doesn't really have much to deal with this one. As long as they get vision, Rise will claim that kill. Oh, meanwhile, Pinkman checks his
Virtus Pro right now. Meanwhile, top lane, Pushka. Oh, that's
Dire's top
Hey.
tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
July comes back to bottom lane with, but somebody's still got to deal with this constant push for top.
What I was trying to say is
Dire's
just
top
like
tower
watching
is
DP
under attack.
constantly pick Spirit Breaker, they run at you and make it look so damn good. And that's the same thing for Danish Bears right now. They're just everywhere on the map, and the big two right there for the lost team fight.
Dire's
Ooh,
top tower has
be able
fallen.
to glimpse. There we go. He's there. When they got him, top lane, they also have the dust.
Charges coming out, but it's a bit too late. Nothing they can really do. Ramsey's still going to be ulted by Noya, but actually, nope, they've got him. Bates comes in, managed to get the blink in onto Ramses. They'll get that kill. And it looks like King R is going to be abandoned too. Empire, okay, maybe not. They're going to stage some sort of response here. Coming in, trying to go for Rise. Magic damage not being enough. He's healing through it all. Ace. About a reinitiation, but they're winning out in all these engagements where
is under attack.
successful duel.
Very worried now because Legion Commander is just getting the duels, not only the bonus damage, but this high priority Gyrocopter. You're getting a lot of the gold over on your hero here, and he's just going to be able to transition to whatever item he wants next. Jason, kind of interesting, right? How do you normally for the blade mail, you kind of don't want to go for the BKB next just because you want to tank all that damage, but at the same time,
Dire's
it's
middle tower
really good
is
game
under
to have it
attack.
because a lot of it is magic damage out from Empire. So we'll have to see what he wants to go for next. And Empire, they just have lack of the there in the bottom lane. It was on one target that was already dead, and then again no chrono here in the top lane. It's just they were kind of farming out on their own, but he's gonna have to step his game up if they want to win this game and not be eliminated from this qualifier. Do it, my friend.
Around Legion Commander.
Dire's bottom tower.
D Scandal. He's still in a ward right now. He knows he's been spotted. Got his whole crew backing him up right now. Danish Bears bide their time farming around the map. Jungle. Bide their time until this opportunity.
So which team is gonna make the next play? Right now, I think it's kind of on Empire to. It happens like they don't have enough response time to really stop her from taking off the damage and ensuring that she doesn't get a victory. So they can kind of be the aggressors. They can't go for Roshan, but their lineup is kind of atrocious. Dealing with it, kind of the same factor when they ran it the first time, the first game where they had a Zeus plus Spectre. Now they have a Gyro, Zeus. Not best. You're gonna have to get some kills around the map here.
Danish Bears seem pretty happy that farm up right now. I guess they've got items coming in. Lads, they're gonna have Hesta Joe having Defiance, which pipe eventually. There's the Axe for the it's obviously a big increase as well. Overall damage. And they get both Blink and Shadowblade.
That's something interesting. They pinged out Ace. They had enough time to click on his hero and see that he had the Shadow.
Gotcha.
They don't have. Well, I guess they have detection coming out from the lightning bolt and the Zeus ulti. Else, it'd be like flaming the living crap out of them. They're going against the little ghost walk.
Back here, the glimpse, but the Chronosphere was already laid out. I guess they get the guaranteed kill on the Darkseer no matter what, but that was awkward.
Hurts. They wanted to kind of sneak in Roche. They don't have the Vlads yet on Afterlife, which fell. He decided to go for that Blink Dagger, prioritizing the initiation, but one of those things where you have to communicate a little bit better here, and you want to move on and defeat Danish Bears, who've been playing really stellar these last 2 games. You're gonna have to get a little bit better for me. He's trying to scout out somebody here in the jungle. Finding anybody. And he's just gonna go to farming. Could be picked off if Empire were... They already wasted a smoke and still on cooldown here for 10 seconds. Not forced to group up, but meanwhile Danish Bears just split push all the lanes because of this. They have complete and utter map control. You said they're just content on farming because they're not really on a timing window yet.
They're gonna have to start hitting hard. It's like they want to go for this. Yeah, they're gonna push out the mid lane. The only thing that could tip Empire off is the fact that the bot kind of pushed heading into. As a whole, Empire just been very much grouped. They expect this Legion Commander to just kind of wear itself out unless it can get kills. It looks like it will. Ramsey blown up here. They do get the good Danik Storm. Noya completes his charge on through Scandal. Actually, that's a pretty decent Chronosphere, but Noya is still being rather disruptive as he goes from Miposhka. Still though, Miposhka does manage to get the Keck, etc. onto the Darkseer. Looks like Card's going to be run down, but a simple right click. Smoker barely managed to survive there. Limp back, rise, hold in, but not hit by that kinetic field. Ace reapproach now with his Shadowblade. Empire have already backed up. They traded 2 for 1. They lost another duel. Ace is now up to plus 82.
Figure out ways how they can really counteract that duel. It's just Ace is kind of the MVP right now. Stopping him.
Yeah, they really do not have a
Disruptor, but then he'll already have like 5 or 6.
Plus, if you glimpse, there's the fact that you still run at each other, so it's gonna pull the gyro out of position.
You just got Chrono. You just got the Chrono, the leading commander, and the gyro. Then yeah, the Invoker's gonna wreck him with all the magic. It's not another solution. I was just joking, guys.
Dire's bottom tower.
It's got BKB.
You know, so stealing the stack right now. Doing everything right now. I mean, I used to see him carry a lot with his clinks, you know, just going around the map and feeling exactly like that, so...
Yeah, active carries are definitely... Fire, 5-man smoke through Canadian jungle, but they're pretty limited here with tier 1 towers still up on both sides. I can go nasty for Empire, the smoke off, they go ahead and use its ultimate for some They get the double kick, but I don't know if you really want to pursue this one. They do get the good chronosphere. Noya is going to be able to complete the charge. Now the duel comes out onto Ramses. Once again, Ramses just can't get anything done. Ace, like a marksman every single time, right on point, and locking that down that gyrocopter with the duel. And now Danish Bears run down whoever they can. They got the vacuum that hit both the teleporting King R as well as that escape the Zoo. Havoc Empire. 4 heroes and don't get a single.
Why the hell did you force him to use a vacuum? Catch me out too. Now they're gonna get Roach on top of that. It's just the same storyline last this game. It comes down to really well played, and they're gonna get this and that. Rise about to start hitting like a truck, and he's gonna start hitting from further away. He's almost got his Ags after this. We talked about the BKB is almost played on the Invoker. That up a lot of the magic damage. Pick off potential with the Disruptor with his glimpse back. I mean, they're just looking really good to close out this game now for Danish Bears, and you're just gonna have to see a better coordinated fight coming in face of Void, but they're gonna have to find a way to catch out Ace. How do you do that?
Sure. You're getting into rapidly dangerous duel territory. Got more damage than a Daedalus gives.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Got his BKB too, Cap.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It really means much. Because he's always, like, objective number 1 is just taking out the gyrocopter. He always does this combination. And BKB, if he pops out, will just allow him to go in further. Try and right-click some. Really necessary.
Yeah. It helps out a lot. It's one of those items that you're like, huh, Puck. You're up so far ahead, yet you opt to go for that Dagon, or Dagon your 5, so you can immediately blow up a hero. Instead, you go even more defensive, like a Yules or something, when you don't necessarily need to. And if I were trying to de-ward as much as I can, but if faded here. I wonder what happens if it duels anybody else. That could be a different story, but he's just gonna one-shot everybody. Well, not one-shot. I just feel like every single hero right now get caught out dead.
If he like duels Void before Chrono or a duels, I would say it doesn't change. Solely because of the fact that the gyrocopter has been targeted so heavily, he's been so shut down that he doesn't actually have a whole lot of damage. Meanwhile, everyone from Danish Bears has been. Then even Rise is going to have a big upgrade with his Ags coming in.
I don't know how they kill anybody. I mean, we haven't even talked about Aura Master here, the mechanism and the Vlads. Zeus is pretty much useless now.
Tower is under attack.
Fights and go whenever they want. Defending this tower is just like best sentence.
It is again. Look at Ramses. He's dead. The Chronosphere went out, and yeah, it caught Hess to Joe, but that's it. Ace is going to be able to defend Tier 3's tower before he even loses his Aegis. And oh no, the Static Storm misses. He didn't even catch Noya. Now the vacuum in with a combination from the Invoker. The spicy meatball rolls right on through over Empire. Buybacks are coming out aplenty here, but it doesn't even seem to matter. Ace still hasn't lost his Aegis. He almost gets Afterlife as well there, manages to back up. They'll take the lane of Rack still. As if Empire want to continue to fight this one out.
It's just nice seeing their coordination too right now, Cap. I mean, they're winning so bad that they don't even need to play like a well-jumped unit. Man, they're doing it still with a combination from Darkseer plus Spirit Break.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Yeah, Penguin's like, I want some of that action. I want some meatballs, and I want some.
Agar, he's definitely dead. Kotoshka managed to get the silence there, and Pingmachek, not that it matters. Pingmachek is also a heavy right clicker. Afterlife, abort mission. It's time to time walk out. There's a little bit more time, but it doesn't matter. The Enchantress is able to get that kill. Scandal finally takes away that Aegis. Now Ace be on the hunt, and Scandal just cannot seem to escape fast enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's going to be it. Empire, they have nothing left. They blew so many buybacks, and if Gyrocopter gets close, you know what's going to happen. It happened time and time before these previous games. One more duel to finish things off. Ramsey starts coming forward, managed to get it, but now the Surge is going to be able to close the gap, and Ramsey's get destroyed, 132 damage. What Danish Bears are going to be able to end this game on as Empire call it GG. And game number 3, see Empire. I mean, both these teams, we don't really talk about it too much, but both these teams are kind of inconsistent. Their results lately, sometimes they could do all right, sometimes they would lose to other tier 2, tier 3. But I'm around. The Empire are definitely the ones who fail pretty hard here, and Danish Bears move on in the ESL One Frankfurt qualifiers.
Well played in the last 2 games. They're